Drinking buddies, there's a desert monsoon going on now. It's right outside my window right here. There's also a desert monsoon right here in this glass. Whiskey Del Bach, bottled in bond. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So today, as you're watching this, later today, there will be a, if you're watching this at premiere, if you're not watching this at premiere, then at some point in the past, there was a bottle release party for this and 500 bottles are available. I don't know if there's only going to be 500 bottles available total, or if that's just for the release party. I'm not sure. If I can get clarification, I will put that here. This is a pretty special release. Why? Well, here in Tucson, Arizona, when they age Whiskey Del Bach, they do it for about 18 months. Why? The oak extraction is so prevalent here. It's so hot here that it gets enough flavor in that time that you don't need to let it go too long. And I've heard there's even a chance of over oaking it. So will this be over oaked? I don't know. I generally don't find things over oaked. So it's 100 proof, of course, because it's bottled in bond. Obviously, you guys are bourbon fans, so you know what bottled in bond means, but there's not a lot of bottled in bond single malts. So is there any differences? No, it still has to meet all the requirements of bottled in bond. So 4 years old, 100 proof, government bonded warehouse, single distilling season, one distillery, all of those great things that make bottled in bond such a quality category just applied to single malts. So this is an American single malt, and you guys know I'm a fan. I am a fan of American single malts, especially Whiskey Del Bach. But will I love this one? That was a long intro. Sorry. It's a lot going on here, you know? It's pretty important release. So I feel like this is a very fruity nose. Like almost gives me one of their World Cask Series releases on the nose, where like you get that special fruitiness from like a sherry cask, or that special fruitiness from like Calvados. Because it's like dates and apples and, you know, the normal things I get off Whiskey Del Bach, which is like slight dark chocolate and caramel. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Guys, that's pretty special. That's pretty special. The mouthfeel, the viscosity, the thickness, the syrupy quality of this is like next level. This is brown sugar. There is dates and raisins, and wow. This is like the perfect like summer monsoon type whiskey. It's kind of fitting what's going on outside my window. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's pretty windy. There's rain hitting my window right now. This is a pretty good microphone though, so usually you don't pick up any of that stuff. Sometimes I'm amazed that you can't hear my dogs barking and things like that. Peachy. I think, wow, you know what? I'm gonna pause here. I wanna do a comparison. Okay, I thought it'd be fun to compare it to a pretty readily available bottle around that same proof point. This is 104 proof. This is the Balcones Texas Single Malt, 106 proof, sorry. And this is one of my favorites. I love this one. So if this is dramatically better, that tells you how special it is, because this is like a top 5 single malt for me. I love this thing. And it's a shelf bottle, which is pretty cool. This one's fruitier. This one's a little bit more complex on the nose, where you're getting some fruitiness, but you're also getting some like mesquite funk and some just like, what is that? What do you call that? I'm not always a poet. You guys probably think I always just come up with the tasting notes, just like pluck them out of the air. Not always. Sometimes I get stuck. That is also exceptional. This one's definitely got a better mouthfeel. This one's definitely, I prefer the palate on this. I do think that maybe the finish might be a little bit longer over here, because of those extra 6 proof points, maybe giving me a little bit longer finish. But let's test that against this. Let's try it again and see. The finishes are pretty comparable. Man, I definitely like. I'm just getting more like age and more complexity over here. I don't know how long these are aged. I don't believe it says aged at least 2 years. You know, which is in Texas, 2 years is pretty long as well. Waco is just as hot as it is here in the summers. I mean, people say Tucson is like this horrible hot place, but I mean, it was 104 degrees in Boise, Idaho today. It's hot everywhere in the summer, so don't pretend like if you come to Tucson, you're going to melt and die. If you're in the United States, you're probably used to hot temperatures, let's be honest. Now, if you're in Europe, you know, 84 degrees is a heat wave to you, but I mean, that's just the different climates. Yeah, so I'm actually a little surprised that I prefer this. I do say, I'm not kidding when I say this is one of my favorite single malts, and I prefer this. I really do. In every way, I do prefer the finish now that I've let it kind of go through its entire evolution and really go. The only thing that I could say is maybe I might like the nose a little bit more here on the Balcones, but yeah, man, this is a really exceptional release. I hope that they make more. If it really is only 500 bottles, oh man, I hope they make more. And the best way we can make that happen is let's make it sell out quickly. If you like Whiskey Del Bach, if you like American single malts, pick this one up. If it sells out quickly, hopefully they will do more. I'll put the price right here. I don't know what the price is. I didn't get a chance to talk to the owner today when I picked up the bottle. He was there, he did hand it to me, but every time he started to talk, I had my son with me. Every time he started to talk, my son would interrupt him. And I could tell he had things he needed to do, so I went along on my way. This is a really good whiskey, guys. Well, thank you very much to Whiskey Del Bach for letting me review this bottle. This is a media bottle. I mean, I could trash it if I didn't like it. They know that, but I definitely do. I mean, look at that color. It's just so dark. Anyway, drinking buddies, thank you so much for watching. Every time you guys like these videos, every time you guys subscribe to the channel, you make this thing possible. I could not do this without you. And if you're a super fan, there's a link to become a channel member in the description down below. Great community over on Discord. Got to be a channel member to join, but we have wonderful conversations daily over there, and we'd love to have you. Cheers. Thanks for watching.